We got some more news on the casting for the HBO Harry Potter series, and it's so funny, right? Because we've been talking about that in recent weeks, but this time around, okay, for the Malfoys, for Draco and Lucius, they decided to stick to the source material. They managed to find some blonde-haired, blue-eyed guys to play the villains. Okay, it's so funny how they could manage to do that, but when you're casting for, I don't know, like Hermione, you can go ahead and you could take some liberties, or if you want to go with Snape, okay, if you want to go with one of the more central antagonists and one of the more complex characters, yeah, you can go ahead and do whatever you like, but whenever you have the opportunity to have a blonde-haired, blue-eyed, straight kid in a bad role, okay, you can have a primary antagonist with such striking features, you managed to hit the nail on the head once again. Now, I'm not going to pretend to know anything about Lox Pratt, who's going to be the new Draco. I mean, like, he's got the look for Draco. Okay, good casting right there. And Johnny Flynn as Lucius Malfoy, I mean, they do look an awful lot like father and son. Okay, not going to take that away from them, and that's the second time in a row that they did that. I mean, man, if you're going to be doing that, like, Jason Isaacs, man, like, he was just so perfect in that role, man. Like, whenever you can use Jason Isaacs, whenever you have that opportunity, I don't know why you wouldn't take it, man, but also you really did miss out on something great, and a great little nod that you could do both to the old movies and moving forward, like just simply having Tom Felton run it back as Lucius this time around. Like, I don't know if you've seen the guy recently, and we will before the end of this video. He would have just slid in perfectly, but Johnny Flynn, I mean, I don't know anything about him, but according the OG Lucius, he does get his seal of approval. Okay, he has Jason Isaacs left a video message for Johnny Flynn following the announcement of his casting as Lucius Malfoy in the Harry Potter series, and instead of just simply reading the caption, we'll just let the maestro deliver the message in full.
I just heard that the great Johnny Flynn will be playing Lucius Malfoy in the new Harry Potter TV series, which is sensational news for Harry Potter fans. Of which I'm one, because Johnny is a brilliant actor. Rather irritatingly, he's a brilliant musician as well, and he's a really lovely guy. We did a film called Operation Mincemeat together, and I adored him. As you will too, when you see him in the show. I can't wait to see what he comes up with. So, Johnny, if you ever watch this, enjoy yourself. Top tip, watch out for those elves, pointy-eared, backstabbing little bastards. They'll get you. And, have fun. I'll see you at Hogwarts.
Oh, man. He's been great the entire time that people have been asking him about different casting decisions, whether he's been approached to come back as Lucius. He's like, no, man, I haven't heard anything about that, but I know the casting for the kids is going on right now, and I'd like to throw my hat into the ring for Hermione. It's unfortunate he's been looked over twice now in this franchise, and that's why I'm going to go ahead and hold a little bit of a grudge towards it. But going back and talking about OG Draco, okay, one of the consistent performers throughout all of those movies. I really got to run them back. It's been way too long since I watched them before. I've talked about it ad nauseum. Not a big fan of the first 3 movies. I still have to be convinced on Azkaban. I continue to waffle from there. But from everything onwards, like from seeing the Twilight guy just get yeeted towards the end and see the return of, Lord Voldemort, and then just see Ralph Fiennes' perfect portrayal, I don't think that they could pick anybody better for that role. Like how creepy and outlandish Rafe takes it. It's like, just recast that guy. Okay, he would be perfect 10 times over for the role. Literally make it happen. But Draco throughout the entire series is quite good from what I recall. Going from just being, just a disruptive shit in the early installments all the way through being a conflicted young man, being inscripted into the Death Eaters and being tasked with killing Dumbledore. He does a damn good job the entire way through, and now that he's getting to be of a certain age, he would have been perfect casting for Lucius. Like, look at the guy, slap a wig on him, he would be perfect. And especially the way that he carries himself, unlike a lot of his other childhood peers with the early films. Yeah, he doesn't want to interject like politics, and he just simply wants to be happy for his time in the series. It's such a stark departure from so many of his other contemporaries. Emma Watson, Daniel Radcliffe looking directly at you. Like, at least Radcliffe has a career post Harry Potter. What's Emma Watson doing besides hitting the wall face first? But Tom Felton, right? He was just presenting at the Tony Awards this past weekend, I think, or something like that. And this is where this snippet ended up taking place. But yeah, he was, of course, you know, as anybody who is tangentially affiliated with Harry Potter, he gets asked it, hey, what do you think about J.K. Rowling and the trans issue? And, well, he handles it better than just about everybody I can think of. Okay, let's take a listen.
How does the sort of Twitterverse controversy around J.K. Rowling's views impact you at all, or impact?
And first and foremost, was J.K. Rowling the gayest author that you have ever worked with? Oh my God, is this him?
Your work on the world at all?
No, I can't say it does. I'm not really that attuned to it. The only thing I always remind myself is that I've been lucky enough to travel the world. Here I am in New York, and I have not seen anything bring the world together more than Potter. And she's responsible for that, so I'm incredibly grateful.
Jesus Christ. How is it that the Dracos, how is it that the quintessential secondary antagonistic family are the most complimentary and relatable? What a weird thing. Okay, I guess it's probably just like the Star Wars fandom, okay, when you have to reconcile Mark Hamill and Luke Skywalker, the quintessential Jedi and the quintessential patient zero for TDS, like how those two things end up working together. This is a little bit different of a spectrum, but it's still the same type of scenario. So yeah, shout out to Jason Isaac, shout out to Tom Felton, and yeah, the activists, of course, are going after him. I mean, like, you could take a look at the comments underneath this post right here. No, who is this guy who thinks Harry Potter is a cultural zenith, and why are we listening to him? I mean, like, the Harry Potter franchise, like, throughout my entire life, or at least as much as I've been aware of it, like, the books started dropping when I was in, that would have been late elementary. Okay, so what, third or fourth grade or something like that. It's something that I haven't been able to escape in my entire life. Okay, not adulthood, not childhood. Like, they have been culturally relevant forever. Okay, so to think that the one IP at theme parks that is still the most attended, okay, Wizarding World at Universal, both in California and Florida, continue to generate millions of dollars a day. Okay, imagine being that fucking stupid. Yes, bigotry hurts everybody. And people trying to pull up his resume. But yeah, obviously, like, there are still some people acknowledging him for, it's like, hey, good on him, man. But Harry Potter fans are en masse pretty insufferable lot. Harry Potter actor Tom Felton says controversy surrounding J.K. Rowling doesn't impact him. I have not seen anything bring the world together more than Potter. Which, yeah, in today's day and age, like, okay, previous generations, yeah, it would have been Star Wars. In the Zoomer generation, God only knows what it could be, Skibbity Toilet. But yeah, for millennials, yeah, it's pretty much Harry Potter, man. Even if you're not that big of a fan, which, yeah, I'll say, like, I've watched the movies a fair few number of times, but when it comes to knowing all the lore, knowing the nuances and the difference between the books and the adaptations, yeah, I'm not at that level. But yeah, even still, I know that this is, like, it's a huge thing, okay? It's a huge thing that is now starting to transcend and move into the next generation as well. So yeah, it's a big thing. It's a big thing. Tom Felton, the actor who played Draco Malfoy in the Harry Potter film adaptation, shared the controversy surrounding J.K. Rowling due to her comments about gender ideology does not impact him. Speaking to Variety on the red carpet during the Tony Awards on Sunday, Felton was asked, do the sort of Twitterverse comment or controversy surrounding J.K. Rowling's views impact you at all, or impact your work in the world at all? Yeah, and again, to just, properly give this context, it's like he's probably not, unfortunately, going to be working on the new series. Okay, there's not going to be any more adaptations with him involved. I know that he I think he booked a gig, just recently booked a gig for a stupid revival of that atrocious Cursed Child play, and yeah, he's going to be a part of it, and good for him. But as we've seen recently with a bunch of the other casting for the Harry Potter show, J.K. Rowling really doesn't give a shit about anything that's, being adapted of her work. She is more or less, very much immersed in Twitter. And if you stay out of that, you kind of don't even know what the hell is going on. But yes, Felton replied, no, I can't say it does. I'm not really that attuned to it. The only thing that the only thing is that I remind myself is that I've been lucky enough to travel the world. Here I am in New York, and I have not seen anything bring the world together more than Potter. Potter. Still giving a little wink and a nod to his portrayal as Draco, of course. And she's responsible for that, so I am incredibly grateful. Like I said before, Felton will return to his role as Draco Malfoy for Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, which I've read a plot synopsis of that, and it's about, oh my god, was a bastard child of Voldemort via Bellatrix Lestrange. And god, it's so dumb and it's so bad. It's supposedly set, when, everybody's in the kids are in their 30s, and, well, just goes to show you that even slop in Harry Potter is still going to be wildly popular funny. If you have enough of it, it just might end up becoming millennial Star Wars. As it was written, so it'll be done. He will make his Broadway debut as an adult Malfoy when the play arrives at New York's Lyric Theater on November 11th. He will have a 19-week run at that theater. That's friggin' wild, man. He said of his return, being a part of Harry Potter films have been one of the greatest honors of my life. Joining this production will be a full circle moment for me. Sonia Friedman and Colin Callender, the play's producers, commented on Felton's reprisal of the character, describing it as a cultural moment charged with nostalgia, evolution, and emotion. They also added, we can't wait to see him inhabit the role once more with the same depth, gravity, and humanity that he always brought to Draco. And while I can earnestly say I will not be going to Broadway to check out his performance, I hope he does a fantastic job. I'm sure a lot of people are going to be checking it out. And if we had more stars give reverence to the franchise that brought them such success in the past, instead of just trying to shit on it for a fast buck or try to ingratiate themselves to a bunch of people who don't care about the overall health of an industry, health of a brand, or even health of their careers at this point in time, we would be in a much better place. So shout out to the Malfoys for getting it right on this one. Siding with Slytherins. Who could have thought it? So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.